Hello everyone, dear friends. I am Joy, and today we are going to play Roblox in the Escape from Coach Griffin mode. Look at this fat Peter Griffin. I think he's sleeping right in the class. We need to escape before he wakes up. Anxiety? Do you see the exit from here?
Hello, everyone. I am Anxiety. Joy, I think I see the exit from this room. It seems to be in that ventilation shaft. Shall we go check it out?
Yeah, let's go check it.
I think we won't pass this map without your help, but if you like and subscribe to the channel, we will definitely do it.
I completely agree with you, Anxiety. With the help of our viewers, we will pass this mode.
I hate vents, so we need to get out of here quickly, or I'll smash it to pieces.
And I'm very afraid of vents, so I'll agree with you, Anger.
Don't worry, we're almost out of it already.
Finally, we've made it out of the vent. Let's continue to progress through this mode.
It seems to me, or this corridor smells like rotten fish. As if someone forgot to take their lunch out of the locker.
If I find out who did it, I'll roast them on a big bonfire.
Oh no, Peter Griffin woke up and is chasing us. We need to run away from him quickly.
Tim, stop and punch him right in the nose.
Tim, don't do that. He's taller and stronger than you. It's better to run away from him quickly.
Ooh, he's so fat and disgusting. I think it's him that smells, not the locker.
The path on the left looks safer. Let's run there. And you know what? I think Peter Griffin doesn't have many friends, and he wants to be friends with us. Tim, stop.
Shut up, Joe. Tim, don't listen to her. Keep running.
We did it. We've escaped from him.
Wow, what a big room, but I hate large spaces. Tim, let's hurry and get through it, or I'll burn this room down.
Anger, I disagree with you. This room, despite being huge, is very beautiful. I like it.
And I'm very afraid of large spaces. I feel like someone is about to jump out at me any moment.
Tim, I think we need to climb higher to get through this part.
I'm very afraid of heights. Tim, please be careful and don't fall down. Let's all help our boy Tim together. Subscribe to the channel and like the video if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button to stay updated on Tim's new adventures.
Have you seen that big red hill? We need to get there quickly and roll down. It seems like it will be a lot of fun.
I hate slides. Despite its red color like mine, I can't stand them. First of all, I don't like their shape, and secondly, I've fallen off slides many times, which is why I developed a hatred for them. If something goes wrong and Tim is hurt, I'll set this slide on fire like a fireworks display and launch it straight into the sky.
What a small ledge here. Tim, be careful not to fall off it. It's better not to look down at all so you don't get dizzy.
To take our minds off this, let's tell a story about how Tim saved up for a phone. The animals escaped from the zoo, and Tim decided to help find them. I, Joy, felt joy from the adventure and hoped for the safe return of each animal to its place.
But my worries, as always, were present. I, Anxiety, worried about Tim's safety and the animals, especially when we faced dangerous situations trying to rescue them.
I was irritated by those responsible for the zoo's fencing, which allowed the animals to escape. Anger. I felt anger as we searched for each animal in hazardous conditions.
Some of the adventures and searches disgusted me, but I understood it was necessary to save the animals, and I tried to suppress my feelings for everyone's benefit. In the end, thanks to our collective effort, we returned all the animals safely to the zoo. It was a real challenge for all of us. Joy, anxiety, anger, and disgust. But we succeeded and felt pride in helping others. Tim was rewarded with money for the phone.
And now we're going to tell you a story about that. How Tim got lost in the woods. Today was a wonderful day for a walk in the forest. Tim, as usual, was full of determination and delight, and we, Joy, couldn't help but share his enthusiasm. Breathing in the fresh air and enjoying the nature around us, we joyfully watched every step Tim took. Our hearts were filled with joy, seeing his smile and feeling his inspiration for exploration.
But despite all our fun, I, Worry, always had my concerns. When Tim began to deviate from the designated route, I started to worry. It's so easy to get lost in the forest, especially if you don't follow landmarks or have a map. My thoughts were occupied with his safety and the potential dangers that could await us in this uncharted part of the forest.
Once it became clear that Tim was indeed lost, I, Anger, was overcome with rage. I was frustrated by his recklessness and carelessness. All these adventures and experiments with fate, it's just nonsense. He should have stuck to the route that was initially planned and not ventured beyond its limits. But I knew now was not the time for anger. We needed to focus on finding and rescuing him.
Traveling through the forest filled me, disgust with aversion. The damp leaves, the smell of moisture, and all those insects. Every bush and tree could be a shelter for creepy creatures, the thought of which made me grimace. But I understood that our main goal was to find Tim, and I overcame my disgust for the sake of the common cause.
In the end, thanks to our combined efforts and coordination, we managed to find Tim. He was slightly scared but safe and sound. It was a real lesson for all of us: joy, worry, anger, and disgust. We learned the importance of balancing fun with caution, risk with safety. This adventure taught us to cherish every moment and not forget the main thing: caring for each other.
And the last story we will tell will be about how Tim played football.
Tim was getting ready for a game against one of the strongest teams in the league, and I, Joy, was filled with energy and inspiration. Seeing his smile and hearing his excited talk about the match filled me with joy. It was a real challenge, and I believed in his abilities and motivation.
However, despite all my joy, I, worry, felt nervous. The strong team, the high level of play, all of this made me worry for Tim. I was concerned that he might feel pressure and not cope with the tough opponents. My thoughts were occupied with possible injuries and failures, and I hoped that his mental strength would help him overcome all difficulties.
As the match started, I, Anger, felt unpleasant sensations from the aggressive play of the opponents. Their tough moves, rough rule violations, all of this angered me. I was irritated by the lack of fairness and unsportsmanlike behavior of the opponents, but I knew that Tim needed to stay focused and play honestly despite everything.
Some moments of the game caused me, disgust, to feel dislike. Dirty plays, painful collisions, sweat, and dust on the field. All these things made me feel disgusted. But I understood that it's part of the football world, and my feelings shouldn't hinder supporting Tim.
In the end, thanks to our collective support, Tim managed to stand up against the strong team and win the game. It was a real test for all of us: joy, worry, anger, and disgust. We learned that it's important to maintain a balance of emotions and believe in our friend during the toughest moments. The victory was our collective achievement, and we all felt proud of Tim's accomplishments.
And we thought about it and decided to tell another story about how Tim decided to learn to play the guitar.
Happiness and inspiration engulfed me when Tim decided to learn to play the guitar. I, Joy, saw his eyes light up with the desire to acquire a new skill. Every time he picked up the guitar and tried to produce sounds from it, my heart rejoiced at his creativity and self-improvement.
But I, worry, always had my concerns. I worried that Tim might get disappointed or tired from the challenges on the path to mastering the guitar. Sometimes I felt he was pushing himself too hard and not taking enough time to rest. My focus was on making sure he didn't overburden himself and didn't lose motivatio.
Due to my nature, anger sometimes arose when Tim faced difficulties in learning. I felt irritation at his mistakes and unsuccessful attempts. However, every time I saw him not giving up and continuing to practice, my anger gave way to respect for his perseverance.
Certain aspects of practicing the guitar occasionally aroused disgust in me. For example, the rough sound of strings or exhausting training sessions could trigger a sense of revulsion. However, I understood that this was a natural part of the learning process and tried to balance my feelings with supporting Tim.
Ultimately, thanks to our collective effort and support, Tim made significant progress in learning to play the guitar. It was a lesson for all of us: joy, worry, anger, and disgust. We saw how important it is to believe in oneself and find inspiration in new pursuits. Tim not only mastered a new art, but also taught us the importance of perseverance and determination in achieving goals.
Oh, we got carried away. Let's not distract Tim from defeating boss Peter Griffin and let him gather his thoughts to win.
Hooray, we did it! We defeated Peter Griffin!
And our video has come to an end. Tim hopes you enjoyed it. Good luck to everyone and goodbye.